The holidays, y'all, are just right around the corner. And I know Thanksgiving and Christmas will be here before we realize it. And if you're a crafter, you've better already been starting on making your crafts. But I know that there's a lot of times when you're a crafter and people know it, then they ask you to do things for their classroom or for a party. So today we're going to be making a few little gifts to give away for maybe Thanksgiving because we're going to do candy corn. Now, I know candy corn's one of those things where people go, I hate candy corn, or they love it. Well, I'm sorry, but I love candy corn. That's one of those things that will make me sick if I just keep eating it. But anyway, today we are going to be making a quick, simple, inexpensive gift that you can give out just so that someone has a little thing, something special from you. So let's get started. We're not going to need a whole lot of things, and that's the best part. So we will see you here in just a sec. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to need is white cardstock. This is 8.5 by 11, and we're going to need your paper cutter. So the first thing that we're going to do is make about 6 little templates. So I'm going to take the 11-inch side right here. This is 8.5, this is 11, and I'm going to cut it in half. Now, a half of 11 is 5.5. So we're going to cut 2 5.5 pieces. All right, now we're going to put them together, and this is the 8.5 part, and we're going to cut these at 2 3/4. So we're going to go 2 3/4, cut it. 2 3/4, cut it, and we're going to have a little bit left over on this one. 2 3/4, we're going to cut off probably about 1/4 of an inch off of this one, so you wasted this. So let's put this away. Now, I do want to mention to you that this is not my craft. I have been watching May Made It. Wonderful YouTube channel. She is amazing. She makes cards. She makes folios, everything. So she's got me addicted, y'all. So go ahead and look her up, especially if you like to make paper art. So, okay. So we're going to take this long one, and we're going to divide it in half. So, half of this, where's my measuring? If you have a scoreboard, wonderful thing to have. I never have used one until I saw it. Honestly, I didn't even know there was a such thing until I saw her channel. But you're going to want to go 2 3/4 and score it, okay? And then we're going to be able to fold it in half and mash it down and make it good. Now let me show you a cheat sheet if you don't have one of these scoreboards, something that I found that was pretty good. Okay, you're going to take your measuring stick and you're gonna put it down here and you're gonna measure 2 3/4, which is right here. We're gonna make a spot right here, and we're gonna come on this side and we're gonna measure 2 3/4 right here. Now, we're going to cheat because we're going to take our paper and we're gonna fan it out so that you have all of these little lines. See that? Okay. We're just going to make sure that they're all even up here at the end. We're going to lay it down. We're going to take our ruler and we're going to line up these little lines that we made before, like so. And we're just going to come to the end where we have all of the little tops of the paper, and we're just going to run a line right there. So we just scored all of those papers at one time. So we're going to pick it up. Here's our line. We're going to fan this part. We're going to make sure that they're all even at the top. And we're going to do the same thing. We're going to put our ruler there and right there. And we're going to go across all of those lines. So what this did is it just gave us a bunch of papers that are already marked. Can you see those marks right there? Okay, so we cheated. And we're going to do the same thing at the very top because we want half of the 2 3/4. So we're going to go to half. We're going to go to 1 1/4, and we're going to move over 1 mark. I think that's an 1/8. Does that make it 3/8? So we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to go, move that thing, it's messing me up. Okay, so we're going to go 1 1/4, and then we're going to move over 1. We're going to fan it like we did the other. Line these up, this mark with this mark. Right there, take our time. You just marked it. All right, let's do it over here on this side. And we've got this done. Make sure that's the same. That's just a quick and easy cheat thing I just figured out a while ago because I've been making a bunch of these and I think there's got to be an easier way to make these lines. So we are going to take our straight edge, line these up, and if you have anything sharp, if you've got like a plastic knife, don't use this is not serrated, so don't use it to where you tear up the fibers, but just go across like this, make a line, so you've got a line halfway, so that we're gonna be able to bend it, and then mash it down perfectly in half. Y'all being all of me, okay? Now we're gonna do the same thing with these sides. We're gonna go to that corner, we're going to this corner, and we're just going to make a line this way, turn it, same thing here, go to the middle, score it, turn it, right here, score it, turn it, and 4th time, score it. So this means we have a way of perfectly bending all of these like so. And then we're just gonna make sure that they're good and bent down because we want good sharp lines for this. Okay, and there we go. And we're going to continue until we do all 6 of these. Now, the next thing we want to do is we want to make a hole at the top, and the top is going to be for our string. Now, the easiest way to do this, find where you want it, right about the middle. I'm going to say right about the middle of this. Poke a hole. Now, how are we going to make this hole the same? We're going to turn it over here where we're all mashed down, and we're going to make another hole right here. So we have 2 holes now on both sides, but we want this one to be the same. Don't worry, I've got to figure that out. So we're going to take one of the other ones that we cut. We're going to lay it perfectly like that. We're going to cut it just like this, like we had it. Poke our holes in there, exactly where this one is poked. But then we're going to turn it over. So we have the hole here, no hole here. Hole here, no hole here, okay? We're going to let these be the same. And we're just going to use the holes that we made. Turn it over. Use this hole. All right. Turn it over. Let it slip. Use this hole. Now, wasn't that easy? So stinking easy. You can do this. All right. So, now, so far we just have cardboard. So we're going to take the front of this, and we know it's the front because we bend these down like this and we see that this is the front. Now, we're going to move this out of the way, bring back our paper cutter, and we're going to be cutting orange and yellow. I'm using construction paper because this is what I had. You do not have to use cardstock on this, but we are going to line 2 of these up. That one's got a little dirty spot, but it was all right. We won't use it. Let me get it all perfect here. And we are going to cut 7/8 of an inch. Make sure these are all together here because I don't want to mess up. There we go. All right, this paper's straight. 7/8 of an inch. Right there. And we're going to, like that. We're probably going to need about 2 or 3 of these, but for right now, I'm just going to cut one of them. Now, we're going to get out our glue, which is a good question. What did I do with my glue? Okay, so I've got my glue. Now, what I use is called art glitter. It doesn't have glitter in it, so who knows why it's called art glitter. You can use a glue stick. You can just use plain old Elmer's glue if you want to. So we're going to take our lines that we cut. Yellow goes on the bottom. So we're going to glue across here. Right across here, if this will work. Come on. This does glue really quickly, and it sets very quickly. So you don't have to hold on and wait for very long. We're going to do a little bit here. It came with 2 nozzles, I guess I'm going to call that. The one that I had was real small, and then it also comes with just the bigger one. Okay, and so now we're going to do the orange one. And we're just going to put it on the top. We're not going to go over here to the sides. We're just going to put it on the top. And that's not a pretty cut. Let's try this. There we go. Put it on like this. Now, next thing we're going to do is we're going to fold it on the edges like so. And we're going to get our scissors. And we're going to cut along the edge, right along the edge that's sticking up. So we're going to cut. We don't want to cut the cardboard, the white cardstock. So we're just going to cut right along the edge. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. Just cut the edge, not the cardstock. Okay? But wait, there's more. We're going to do some on the other side. But let me show you one thing. Since we cut it off at an angle, we're going to put this one at an angle so that we don't waste paper. So here we're going to do Put it this way. And I do leave just a tiny little spot right across here because I do not want to interfere with the way the card bends. So let's do a little bit more here. And we're gonna do it right there. Now, we don't have to cut this side because it's already cut. So we're gonna come across here and we're going to cut this. Look, isn't this so stinking cute? I love this. Now, we've already got our holes made. Now, you can use what you want at the top of this. The first thing I did is I used a wider ribbon and tied a bow. I thought, well, that's kind of cute. Didn't really care for that. I used regular ribbon. They're really thin. It's okay, it'll work. But what I really love is curly ribbon. The curling ribbon just gives it just an extra little pizzazz. And I had yellow and I have some really shiny metallic. So we're gonna fold these just like they go, like this. Ah, dropped it, sorry. Just like this. Because we folded it so easily with our little thing that mashed down the seams, this makes it easier. So we're gonna go in this one, like so. We're gonna go in this one. We're gonna go out this one. And we're going to go out this one. And we're going to pull it like so. See what I've got? Now, I'm gonna open it up just a little bit because this would not be any fun at all without candy corn. So I'm gonna put some candy corn in here. I don't think any other candy would be the same without the candy corn. And it only takes, I think I got too much in this one. It only takes like a handful. I just love candy corn so much, I just wanted a whole bunch. So we're going to tie it like so. Cut it off. And then we're going to take the straight edge of our scissors and we're going to curl it. Isn't that adorable? Y'all, I love these. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be at a craft show November the 11th at First Christian Church. We're going to have some crafts. I'm going to have my t-shirts, my woodwork, all going to be there. And I'm going to be giving out free candy corn. So I'm going to be putting this in a bowl ready for anybody who wants it. So this was a quick and easy craft that anybody can do. I hope you enjoyed our video today. It was just such a sweet little, easy little gift to just put out on any little counter for children to grab a little bit of candy. This time of year, I'm always thinking about what I'm gonna buy for Christmas. I write out the list of who needs things, and then I just give so much thought to that person. And what does that person need? What would that person like for me to make them? And as I'm getting older and have more time, I'm really starting to make more of the gifts. If you saw the video with the bookends, that's going to be a Christmas present. If not, get over there and look at that. That was fun. But, you know, I want to pick out one person and think, what would that person want? What does that person need? It needs to be something that will touch them. And in my mind, I thought of Matthew 7:9, which I'm going to read it because I'm not even going to think about trying to tell it to you. Which of you, if your sons ask for bread, will give giving him a stone? Or if he asked for a fish, would you give him a snake? If you, even though you are evil, know how to give good gifts to your children, how much more will your Father in heaven give good gifts to those who ask him? So in everything, do to others what you would have them do to you, for this sums up the law of prophets. I think about, I think sometimes that this gift is the perfect gift, and I give my time, I give my effort, so I'm not really trying to pat myself on the back. You do the exact same thing. We want that person to have the best, but we're limited on our resources. But God's not limited on his resources. Y'all think about that a minute. If he just gave just a tiny bit of what he's capable of doing, the sky's the limit. But think about it. He wants us to have everything. He wants to give good gifts to his children. Now, right now, especially during this season, there's a lot going on. Families don't get along. Money is very hard to come by. It's unlimited. But think of what you want. What gift could God give you that would make your day to day? What could he do for you? Think about that. Add a little bit of faith to that, and you'll have it. He'll take good care of you. And I have found from my own experience that when I ask for something, he's like, oh, child, don't you know I can do better than that? And he does. So today I want to give thanks to everybody that's out there that have watched. And I just ask that this holiday season, you just think what God has given you and what you want from him to give you more. Thanks so much for watching. If you like my videos, please share. Please subscribe and help me out, help my ministry get a little bit further out there. If you're on YouTube, like and share. Thank you so much. I love you so much. And remember to love one another. Bye.